enumeration. Then to use enumeration is an interface. Enumeration is an interface. It has two methods, has more elements and next element. Now, these two methods implementation logic is available in the subclass. The subclass is developed by vector class developer in the method elements. You call elements method, the object of the implementation class is created and returned to your variable. And now the enumeration object, enumeration implementation class object is pointing to vector object 0 location. Then if you want to retrieve elements available in the vector, you have to call has more elements to verify element available or not. Next element method to retrieve the existing element. So this is the flow we have to follow. Then next, ArrayList object we created. Then ArrayList is not a legacy collection. It is a collections framework collection. On collections framework collection, if you want to obtain enumeration object, you have to call collections class enumeration. What is collections? Collections is a class. It is a class. It is a utility class. It has several static methods for performing different operations on collection and map. So in collections class, we have a method called enumeration to obtain enumeration object on given collection. Now the question, can I obtain enumeration object on vector by using collections dot? Can I obtain enumeration object on vector object by using collections dot enumeration? Yes, because enumeration method parameter is what type? Enumeration parameter is what? Collection. Enumeration object parameter is what? Collection. Collection means can I pass vector? Yes. So I am passing vector v1. Possible or not? Yes. Then we can obtain the collection object. We can obtain enumeration object on vector either by using elements method or by using collections dot enumeration. Two ways we can obtain. Then is there any logic difference here? No. So we have to write while E3 dot while E2 equal to, what do you write here? E2 dot has more elements and object obj equal to E2 dot next element system dot out dot println obj. Variable name cannot be same now. So now first by using elements method, second by using collections dot enumeration method. Then what is the difference between elements method wise, collections dot enumeration wise? I will tell you later. At this minute, I don't want to touch that. Okay. Why? Okay. So hope you all understand working with enumeration for all the 4 types: vector and array list and linked list. Now linked has. Now let's try to understand next collection. Retrieving objects by using what? Iterator. Main. Okay, now tell me, I am creating what object now? Array list. Vector not required because it's legacy collection. Let us try to work with what? Okay, let me take vector also, no problem. Vector of any type of object. Can I copy paste previous program instead of writing again? Copy this vector code, paste here. Now I want to retrieve elements from the vector by using iterator of object itr equal to. Tell me, you want to retrieve elements from which collection? Vector. v1 dot. Tell me, which method I have to use now? Iterator method. So, iterator is also a interface. If you want to obtain implementation class on interface, you have two options. Number one, either you yourself create. Number two, you can use factory method to obtain it. Okay. Now tell me, iterator implementation classes, we required one class or for every collection separate class? For every collection we need separate class. For every collection, if you have separate class, then what is the problem? So many class names we have to remember. Then what the solution to this problem? We have to go for what? Factory method. If we use factory method, what is the advantage? Now we no need to remember multiple subclass name. Only one class, one method. If you remember, automatically we will get implementation classes. So in vector class, iterator is implemented by using one inner class. Tell me, is it using anonymous inner class? No, it is a regular inner class ITR. Look at that here. For private class, ITR implements iterator. Now, iterator is a class interface. What are the methods available in iterator? Same two methods. What are the two methods? One method meant for retrieving, checking object available or not. Second method is meant for retrieving the existing element. Observe, first method is what? Has next. In enumeration, what is the method? Has more elements. In enumeration, we have method is has more elements. Now inside iterator, what method? Has next. Which is easy for pronunciation? Has more element. Why I am worrying about how many are there? What I need? Next element there or not? Currently, I am retrieving one object. Next element available or not? To know. So has the next method is sufficient. So which is easy for pronunciation? Has next. Has more elements is a lengthy method. Has next is what? Short. Next. What is the method available in enumeration for retrieving next element? Now in iterator, what is method available? Next. Okay, next element. One more. So much lengthy. Next is what? Short, one word. Okay, next method I want. Next element I want. What the functionality of this next? Retrieve and move. Observe. Iterator has one more method. What is that method? Remove. What is the method? Remove. Default void is a default method. Remove method. Earlier, before Java 8 version, it is an abstract method. From Java 8 version onwards, it is a default method. By default, they are throwing exception. If remove method is implemented in the implementation class, it will not throw that exception with overriding. Okay. So finally, tell me how many methods are there in iterator? In iterator, we have three methods. What are the three methods? Has next, next, and remove. What is the additional operation I can perform by using iterator over enumeration? Remove. While iterating over collection, I can also remove the elements. Can you help me to write the logic to retrieve the elements? Here also I should write what code? While loop only, na? While with the iterator. While iterate with iterator. So iterator dot has next object obj. Obj place I am writing just obj and cast operator not required. Then system dot out dot println obj. Control F11. Look at that, all elements are retrieved or not. So enumeration wise code, iterator wise code is same. The only difference is what? Method names are different. Next tell me. Can I create array list object now here? Yes. I'm creating array list object. Array list object AL1 and then now while iterator with a iterator, same logic, right? First I have to obtain iterator object. Can I call same variable? I can use itr equal to. Okay, itr equal to. Observe itr equal to. You want to retrieve the array list iterator on which collection? AL1 dot iterator. Okay, itr equal to AL1 dot iterator. Itr dot has the next. Then what I write? System dot out dot println obj. Why the error? OBJ cannot. Now look at their elements are coming from array list. Okay, so we have vector object with elements. We have array list object with elements. So now, can I use iterator for retrieving elements from the linked has set? Yes. Any logic difference? No logic difference. Only implementation different. So now here I am writing in place of enumeration what? Iterator. Iterator not required because already declared, only I am taking variable. Method name is what? LHS dot. You want iterator on which collection? LHS dot iterator. Then here what you write? ITR dot. Method name is what? Has next. Has a next. Next. ITR dot next. Control F. Okay, now? Easy enough? Now, can you please notice there is a code redundancy? Can you notice there is a code redundancy where, tell me, this logic is the same for all collections, na? Both legacy and collections, framework collection, it is same. Instead of repeatedly writing this code, I'm commenting it. What do you write here? I am defining one method called display objects. Display objects of which collection? That collection I am passing as argument. Display is a predefined method, our own user defined method. User defined method, right? Control 1, I have to create display method. Now, the display method is created here as a private method because I don't want to give it to outside. Let it be there. Compiler Eclipse has created it. I want to display only elements available in the vector? No, any collection. So can I take collection as a parameter? And C, Control Shift O, import statement added. Tell me, can I write here iterator of object ITR equal to C dot iterator? Yes or no? Iterator ITR equal to C dot iterator. Can I write this statement? Yes. Then now iterator method is obtaining the iterator on which collection? C. On collection what? C. C is what? Parameter. Then this parameter receiving one argument, na? Whichever argument you pass, iterator will obtain iterator on that argument. For example, if I write add of int a comma int b, int c equal to a plus b. Now the a plus b result is a fixed existing past argument values. If we pass 10, 20, result is 30. 5, 6, result is 11. Similarly, if we pass a vector, iterator obtain on vector object and then ITR pointing to vector object. And now while loop I am writing here, while ITR dot next, object obj equal to system dot out dot println obj. Control F11. Look at here. I am writing vector object and it contains what? Elements. Elements are coming or not? I want to display elements available in array list. What should I do now? Simply, I should call in place of writing the repeated logic. I will call what? Display objects method by passing what? Array list. Then Control F11. Look at their array list elements are coming or not? Why? Because the parameter C contains what? Array list. Array list object contains what? Elements. That elements are displayed. So the logic what I have written, is it runtime polymorphic class logic? Now onwards, we don't, let's not call it as a dynamic logic. Now onwards, we want to call it as what? A runtime polymorphic logic. So this method is a loosely coupled and runtime polymorphic. Why? Display objects method parameter is collection. Collection can take all types of collections, and iterator can obtain on any type of collection, and has next method checking and retrieving elements available on any type of collection. Now this code is what? Runtime polymorphic nature code. Okay, na? Right. Then next. Display object LHS. Control F11. Look at there. What I call LHS and then elements. Can I expect all the people understood now? Right. So what is the point you need to understand? Retrieving elements from the all types of collection by using get method not possible. By using enumeration possible, but there are enumeration is not, enumeration has a limitation. It can retrieve elements only from, it can only retrieve elements, but it cannot remove. And method names also lengthy. In Java 1.2 version, in place of enumeration, we got what? Iterator. Iterator takes the place of enumeration in collections framework. Iterator is better than enumeration from 2 points of view. Number one, it method names are improved. Method names are improved because the names are less, small names. Okay. And next, it allows us the caller to remove the elements available in an underlying collection. So in projects are using enumeration or iterator? Iterator. Okay. Read this API documentation of iterator once. Okay, let me type directly. JDK 19 API documentation. What do you type? Iterator. Java.util.iterator. Now, observe. An iterator is an iterator over an iterator. A capital I iterator is an iterator over a collection. Iterator means what? Loop. Iterator takes the place of enumeration in collections framework. Iterators differ from enumerations in two ways. Iterators allow the caller to remove elements from the underlying collection during the iteration with a well-defined semantics. Semantics means rules. With a well-defined semantics means rules. Next, method names have been improved. This interface is a member of collections framework. Okay, API note, enumeration can be converted into iterator by using enumeration.asIterator. Tell me, we learned enumeration has how many methods? 2 methods. Has more elements and next element. Has more elements and next element. But in latest version, we got one more method called asIterator. In which version asIterator method available? Java 9 version. From Java 9 version onwards, you can convert enumeration to iterator and you can use enumeration as a iterator. For example, now enumeration is already developed and written to your program. But now you found that while iterating, you want to remove some element. Iterator supporting or not supporting? Not supporting. Then can you convert enumeration to iterator in earlier up to Java 8 version? No. From Java 9 version onwards, it is possible. Let us try to use enumeration. For example, I have vector collection. On vector collection, we have on vector collection, I have already enumeration obtained. But when I take enumeration object, what is the problem? I can only retrieve, but I cannot remove. I want remove. Then for that, I have to convert it to what? Iterator. Iterator of object. What do you call iterator 2 equal to E1 dot as iterator. What method I should call? As iterator. Now enumeration is converted as what? Iterator. Then following by here, I am writing while loop on what now? Iterator. ITR2 dot has next object obj equal to object remove is not required. ITR dot next system dot out dot println obj. Now look at there, all elements available in any vector is displayed now. Yes. By using enumeration or by using vector? I mean, by using enumeration or by using iterator? By using iterator. Already vector object is there. Let me remove this. Now look at their elements are coming now. A, B, null, example object. Okay. So if iterator ask a question, how many methods available in enumeration? What is your answer? Up to Java 8 version, we have 2. Java 9 onwards, 3. The third newly added method is as iterator. If you want to convert enumeration to iterator, I can use iterator. Now I have a question. Try to answer. Enumeration, by using enumeration, I have already retrieved one element. Like I calling E1 dot has E1 dot next element I called. Okay, already what object is displayed? A. The first element is retrieved, right? First element is retrieved and displayed. Now, next I call as iterator. Then as iterator will start iterating again from first element or enumeration last point, cursor pointer onwards. Again from 0 element it will retrieve. No. Iterator background uses enumeration from where enumeration is pointing, from that element onwards we will get. Observe. Enumeration has retrieved first element A, returned to our program. Enumeration currently pointing to whom now? Second element. Or when enumeration pointing to second element, I obtain as iterator. The method name is not convert to iterator. Method name is what? As iterator. That means if you want to use enumeration from 0 index itself as iterator, there only you have to call. After few locations moving, if you call as iterator, there onwards, iterator will come into picture. There onwards, elements will be returned to our program as iterator. So if enter ask a question, if you call as iterator after few elements iterator by using enumeration, from which element onwards iterator will return elements? From the latest cursor point of enumeration onwards, it will return. Clear my point? Right. So we have understood iterator, enumeration up to latest version, Java 19 version. Let's see, in iterator, are there any new methods available? Iterator, go down and check, are there any new methods available? Has next method, remove method. 3 methods are available from 1.2. Observe, there is a one more new method came. What is that? For each remaining. This method is available from which version? 1.8. How many total methods available in iterator? 4 methods. What the first method? Don't tell in alphabetical order. Concept wise. First method is what? Has next. Next, remove, has remain. For each remaining. Observe, the method name is for each remaining. Okay, let me go here. Now I wanted to obtain iterator one more time. itr equal to, already iterator there. Let me take iterator 3. Iterator itr3 equal to, let's say array list dot al1 dot iterator. Then tell me, currently cursor is pointing to which location? Come on here, itr3 pointing to which location? Iterator is pointing to which location? 0 location of array list. Now, did I retrieve any elements from the collection up to now? No. I am calling itr3 dot for each remaining of. You will not understand what I am writing. Let me write. Later I'll explain you. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow I'll explain you. Okay. Element dot system dot out double colon print L. Control F11. You will not understand this syntax. It's nothing but what? Just a display. Sir, if you confusing, let me write. System.out.println of element. Observe. First I obtain what? Iterator. And then on iterator, what method I call? For each remaining. Ante, in this iterator object, how many elements are remain? All the elements are retrieving, passing to our SOPLN and display. Look at that, all elements are displayed. Now, I am calling here system.out.println itr.next. itr3.next. Okay, I call 2 times next method, and after calling 2 times next method, I call for each remaining. Then tell me, for each remaining, again retrieving elements from the 0 index onwards, or remaining elements only displaying? Remaining elements only displaying. Already iterator has retrieved how many elements? 2 elements, A and B. Then remaining elements, how many are there? Null and example. Only null and example will. Can hope all people understand? As iterator, also retrieving elements from the remaining element. For each remaining method, also retrieving elements are remaining elements only, not from the beginning. So total 3 plus 4, 7 methods. Understand? Has the next method meant for checking element available or not. If available, returns true; not available, return false. Next method used for retrieving element available in the object and return to our program and moving the cursor to next location. Remove method is used for removing the element available in the underlying collection. For each remaining method is used for retrieving and returning the remaining objects available in the iterator. And remaining elements available in the collection from iterator current pointing position onwards. No confusion? All points understand? Right. Let me share this program to you because its program is latest program, not available in material. Online students, are you there? All you understand? It cannot allow caller to remove elements from underlying collection. Method names are large. As a solution to enumeration, we got iterator. Okay. This statement, this one slide. Where is this? Tell me, iterator memory diagram is different or same? Same as enumeration. There is no difference. Drag a file. Dragging also will work. Let's see. Every time I am clicking on it and properties. Good. I can remove also. Test 15 underscore retrieving or removing her. 16 underscore removing when the hiring will contain like before. Array, how can I? Do you feel that I am Hari Baba? Jyoti Ranjan Bihara? Since last 3 days, you keep on asking, do you think that I know Lokagnanam? Mary, what stupid question you're asking? How do I know, Bhaiya? Spring Boot class also, no? Nobody knows. Okay, we are not a software engineer, software company's head. Now you start recruitment, you stop recruitments. You get ready and keep on search. In 1 or 2 companies, there will be recruitments. So you have to find your own path. You should not create restrictions to your brain. Today, don't waste time by discussing unnecessary. I have to complete syllabus. Still I cannot drag. Okay, concentrate. Create your own path. Okay, don't depending on unnecessary news. Array list of object AL equal to new array list of. Now I am writing AL dot add of double quotes A. AL dot add of I am taking 5. Okay, AL dot add of double quotes B. I am taking integer and AL dot add of 6. Okay, AL dot add of double quotes C. AL dot add of 7. So integers and string objects I am taken a zigzag order, then displaying AL control F11. A5, B6, E7. Okay, now I want to retrieve all these objects. Then I have 3 options: get method, enumeration, iterator. Which is the best approach? Iterator is best approach because it is providing runtime polymorphic nature code. Okay, and iterator object, if you want to retrieve randomly, then only think about get. Okay, almost all every time we want to retrieve sequentially only, choose always iterator. ITR equal to AL dot iterator. Then what happened? Iterator variable created, iterator object is created pointing to AL first location. Tell me, is iterator object contains a location? Elements? No. Iterator is not a collection object. Iterator is a cursor. Who is the collection? Array list. Array list contain elements. Just iterator is pointing to 0 location. What happened? Why you are going? Now I want to retrieve the elements available inside collection. Then what do you write? While itr dot next. Did you observe how I am getting the code? Did you see the shortcut? How many times I have written? You are not watching. Shortcuts are very important. Yeah. What is the mantra for in Eclipse? Abracadabra. Control space. Control space. What you want? While loop. Type while. Control space, it is giving big list. In that big list, I want to sort options. For sorting option, what rate? What character? First few characters. While with enumeration, while with iterator, while with a condition. I want while with iterator. Ante object obj equal to, I don't want this. And then system dot out dot println of obj. All elements available in the collection are retrieved and displayed. Advainda? What we want to learn here? Retrieving or removing her. While iterating, I want remove. Then simply call what? ITR dot remove. Sorry, I will do one thing. I want remove this entire while loop. I want remove elements available in the collection. Then after obtaining iterator, directly call ITR dot remove. Oh, remove method doesn't return anything, na? It will remove, right? So ITR dot remove, you should call as a single statement, not SOPL argument. Now tell me what happened here. Element is come on. Element is system dot out dot println AL. Then in AL, element is removed. Which element? First element removed. Why you obtain iterator? Why did you obtain iterator? Removing elements. Iterator is meant for removing or retrieving. After retrieving only you are allowed to remove. Bro, you come to the class and sitting in the class. Why you come to the class? For listening, learning something. While listening, if you sleep, okay. Asale without starting class, you are sleeping and faculty will get angry, no? Will scold you, beating you like anything. Iterator also looking at your face. Remove method ko gussa aata. Are tumri fellow, one object also you didn't retrieve from the iterator, then why did you call me? You want just remove, then why iterator required? Iterator is meant for retrieving. During retrieving, if you want remove, okay. But without retrieving single element, if you remove, then iterator is not required. Directly you can call al.remove. Na? Direct remove method is available in the array list. Why additional object time waste? Get out. It will throw exception. So what is the rule on remove method? You cannot call remove method directly on iterator. Read the error exception name. Illegal state. Have you heard this one? Illegal thread state exception. Thread has a states. What is that? New state, runnable, running, blocked, dead, non-runnable, dead. Like that, we have a state. In which state I should call remove method? After next call. At least one element you have to remove from the collection. Remove method will remove only next method returned object. Which object returned by the next method, that object remove method will remove. That means always remove method remove current location or previous location. Previous location. Now when you call remove method on current location 0, what the previous location? -1. In -1 location there are not there? Not there. That's why remove method throwing exception. So what is the rule on remove method? You cannot call remove method without calling next method. Always we should call first next method itr.next. After calling next method, you call itr.remove. Now allowed? Yes. Tell me, when you call itr.next method, now the current element A, 0 index element A is returned to our program. Cursor move to the one location. When you call down itr.remove method always remove previous location. Now tell me, previous location, 0 location available or not? Can remove method remove that element? Yes. Once element is removed, removing ante cut to throw na. What is the meaning of remove? Replace ante move the elements to the previous location, right? And tell me, what is the functionality of the remove method? Remove method removing previous location element means it is having internal for loop, moving the elements from current location, one location, previous location or not? Then, okay, first let me show you output. First I want to display, already elements are displayed here. Na? Observe now. A is removed or not? Then, tell me, this is iterator object, cursor first pointing to A. Right? Then when you call next method, it is moved to the next element. Right? When I call remove method, elements are moved to previous location. Now the iterator currently pointing to second location. Who came into the second location? B. Now the 5 is missing now. Retrieving operation 5 missing or not? Observe. Try to understand. Tricky point. It's difficult for you to understand because we are very intelligent, no? System.out.println itr.next. It returns what? A. And cursor pointing to B. 5. Control F11. Look at that. A. Return. And remove method remove. Now, iterator currently pointing to which location? Second location. In second location, who is there? B. Now, if you call itr.next, which element will come? B. 5? 5 missing or not? Should miss or should not miss? Then, how this problem solved? Remove method, remove the previous location element, moves the cursor to previous location. All are catching my point? Next method, return the current element, move the cursor to next location. Remove method removes previous location element and moves the cursor to next previous location, because when you remove, elements are moving to previous location. Then cursor is pointing to current location. Then the one element every time we are missing. So that's why remove method moving the control to the previous location. Then tell me, if after remove operation completed, if you call next method, will get a Bina 5. 5. Look at that 5 coming. How 5 will come? Because remove method is moving the cursor to the previous location. Everyone understand that? Next question I am asking. Now I am calling itr.remove method again. If you call itr.remove method, which element is removed? 5 is removed. And remaining elements are what? B6, C7. itr is now pointing to which location? Come on. B location, right? Previous location. Array, can I call remove method 2 times immediately without calling next method? No. Why? When you call itr.remove method, cursor pointing element is removed and cursor moved to the previous location means 0 location. And tell me, remove method if you call, what happened? -1. -1 location, there or not there? Not there. Then what happened? Illegal state exception will come. So, what is the first rule? Remove method must call only after next method call. Number 2, can I call remove method more than once? No, I can call remove method only one time per one next method call. One next method call, one remove method. If you want to call remove method 2 times, you have to call next method 2 times. Samajh mein aaya? These are rule number 2. So these are the 2 rules you have to follow while calling remove method. Then now I have a question. Try to answer. I want to retrieve the elements from the collection. Okay. To retrieve elements from the collection, yeah, I am writing what? While loop. While open bracket, closed bracket. Now I am writing itr dot has next object obj equal to itr dot next. Okay, and then system dot out dot println obj. Okay. Then control F11. Remaining elements B6, C7 coming na. Here I am calling itr dot remove. And then after while loop I am writing println. Yeah. Tell me, sir. Remove method I have called inside while loop. Can I stop this obj? Because printing already we know what elements will come na. Unnecessary confusion. Tell me. I have called itr dot remove. Where? Inside while loop. Now what happened? Tell me. Next method after remove method call, every object is removed. Finally collection become empty na. So tell me, is it a good idea calling remove method inside while loop? No. If we call remove method inside while loop, every element available in the collection will be removed. Then what I should call remove method? Inside while loop, if you want to call remove method, I should call under if condition. You wanted to execute remove method only for one kind of objects. For example, I want remove all integers, not strings. Then what I should write here? I have to verify obj instance of integer. Then only call remove method. Control F11. 6 and 7 removed, BC will be there or not? That's it. So can I expect all the people understand remove method? Now I am calling remove method after while loop. Okay, after while loop I am calling itr dot remove. Then what is removed now? The last element is removed. Removed or exception? Exception. Why? Because the last element is integer already removed na. For example, I am changing this condition to string. Then string object is the last object? No. Okay. Then remove only string object. Last element is 7. 7 is not removed. So 7 is removed. Okay, everyone understand? So remove method is a very interesting method. Generally, okay, no faculty or articles are not concentrating on remove method, but in the written test exam, you will see remove method based questions. Please practice remove method. So totally how many points we need to consider on remove method? Point number one. Point number one, we cannot call remove method directly on iterator. After obtaining iterator, we cannot call remove method directly. We must always call only after next method call. Second point, we cannot call remove method multiple times. For each next method call, you have to call remove method. Third point, if you call remove method inside while loop, then all elements are removed and collection become empty. So what is the right way of calling remove method? You have to call remove method under condition to remove one particular type of object or a particular group of objects. Next, can I call remove method after while loop? Yes, but that last element should not be removed in the while loop. So that we can call it. These are the 5 points you have to understand with remove method. Can I expect everyone understand that? So click without click, don't take a whatever can be done. And fail first. So we completed iterator, enumeration, get method, list iterator. Sorry. Enumeration, all 3 methods. Iterator, all 4 methods. And understood what do you call remove method also. Today my brain is not good. Have a lot of disturbance. Lot of thoughts are running. So please adjust. Iterator rules. While working with iterator or working with enumeration, we have few rules. Already yesterday, one rule I told you. What the different rules are there? Rule number 1. Can I call next element or next method on empty collection? No. Empty location? No. If you call next or next element method on empty location or on empty collection, we will get no such element exception. Rule number 1, we cannot call next element and next methods on empty location or empty collection. We will get exception. Second point. After modifying, okay. After obtaining cursor object, iterator ITR equal to AL dot iterator. If we modify collection, which collection? Underlying collection, structurally. Underlying collection structurally, either by calling that collection dot add or collection dot remove. When collection structurally will be modified? By adding new object or by removing existing object. We cannot call next or next element method. We cannot call next and next element method further. Okay, we will get concurrent modification exception. Okay, now what the exception will get? Concurrent modification exception. What the meaning of it? during iterating, you cannot modify the collection. That is called concurrent modification. Have you heard the word concurrent? Concurrent means what? Simultaneous. Two threads operating collection. Tell me, collections framework collections are what type of collection? Synchronized or non-synchronized? Synchronized. Non-synchronized. On non-synchronized collection, how can we apply concurrent modifications? Possible or not possible? Not possible. That's why you got concurrent modification exception, because collections framework collections are non-synchronized. If you try to apply this, we'll get exception. Then this type of cursors, the cursor object that doesn't accept concurrent modifications on a collection is called fail fast. What do you call? Fail fast cursor. What do we call? Fail fast cursor. Fail fast cursor. So what is the meaning of fail fast cursor? When you try to modify object concurrently, if it doesn't allow, it throws exception, terminates the concurrent modification by throwing exception, then we call that cursor as what? Fail fast cursor. Iterator on collections framework collection, on collections framework collections is fail fast. What the meaning of fail fast? If you try to apply iterator on collections framework collection, any of the 10, if you apply, or including any of the 10 collections if you apply, and if you try to modify concurrently, iterator will throw exception. Let me show you the. Now I want to take previous collection only, array list collection up to here, copy, come here, paste. Okay, now I am calling system.out.println itr.next. Then what element is displayed? A. And then after I am calling al.add of something called, double quotes, x I have written. What operation I did? Modification. Okay, after modification, again I'm still continuing with what? Collection. I mean, itr.next. I'm continuing the same iterator. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. It will throw exception. What is that? Java.util.concurrent modification exception. Everyone understand a concurrent modification exception? Right. Then now I have a question here. All the people try to think. Array, how itr.next method knows that the collection is modified? You know, okay, as a human, you have eyes. What you can say? After iterator object obtained, collection is modified, and then continue with the same cursor object. Not possible. So we will get concurrent modification exception. As a faculty, I can convince you students, dekho, idhar dekho. Where you are calling next method? You are calling next method after add method. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. We'll get what? Concurrent modification exception. Gone. Completed. I convinced you. What is the rule on next method? Next method you cannot call after modifying collection object structurally. As a faculty, I can convince you. As a student, you convince. Okay, sir. After next method, you call add. After you call next to concurrent modification. As a human, you can use your eyes and say. But how JVM knows? How the next method knows? Oh, this is called ISA. This round bracket parenthesis is ISA. Okay, how this next method knows? This is a add method already called. How it knows? That is where you have to go and see the logic. Okay, inside there is one common variable is using. Inside add method, inside next method, there is one common variable. If you remember multi-threading chapter, I told you, you cannot call start method more than once. Remember how this next method, how this start method knows already start method call. Does start method has like looking upper previous lines? No. Inside start method, there is one variable. What the variable name? Thread status. I know you are forgetting because student, no? Student and forgot. Faculty means what? Remind. Okay. Good faculty will remind without scolding. Bad faculty, Hare Krishna, will scold and remind, right? So thread status is the variable using. Whenever you call start method, thread status value from 0 moving to 1 or 2 or whatever the number. When you call start method, every time when you call start method, there is a if condition. If thread status equal to not equal to 0, throw exception. First time when you call thread status value 0, second time when you call thread status value not 0. That's why throwing exception. Similarly, whenever you call the next method, whenever you create iterator object, inside iterator object, there is a one variable that store the size of the collection. Understand my point? The size of the collection it will store. There is a variable, remember, mod count. Mod count. It takes that mod count value. Okay. Size first it will take and store. Size value taking and storing in iterator object. When you call next method, it will call, there is a if condition inside next method. If the size of the collection, whatever the size I have stored here, is equal to mod count. Mod count value and size value should be same. Okay, right. Now, okay, when I take mod count value, if you call add method, mod count is increased. If you call remove method, mod count is also increased. Okay, if you call add method, size value is increased. If you call remove method, size value is decreased. Are you following? So, whenever you call add method or remove method, internally the mod count value is increased. First time modified, second time modified, third time modified. It is keep on increasing. Okay. Now when you call al.iterator method, iterator internally takes the collection object, that mod count value or size value stored inside iterator object. Following? Then now next time when you call next method, it will check the mod count value previously already in the iterator object you stored now. The first stored mod count value and the next method call time mod count value both are same. That means collection modified or not modified? Not modified. Then when you call add method, an element X is added in the collection, mod count value is increased. Then when you call next method, inside next method, what is the first condition is available? The mod count value stored in the iterator compared with the mod count value available in the array list. Both are same or not same? Not same. Then next method decided this collection is modified structurally and it will throw exception. Observe now. Look at that. Here, ITR is the implementation class of iterator. Internal it contains what? Cursor. I told you now every cursor. Why I'm calling iterator, all these are cursor object, because internet is maintaining one cursor to pointing to the array list. That's what cursor. Index of next element to return. Last retrieving -1. Index of last element returned. Because remove method should remove which element? Current locational, previous location. Previous location value should return -1 if no such element. Expected mod count equal to mod count. Mod count is a current collection object, last value stored in the local variable. Okay, now then now no param constructor has next method. Okay, next method observe. Inside next method, check for modification. Okay, F3. Look at that. Mod count. It is current object, collection object mod count, not equal to expected mod count, which is already stored when iterator object is created. Then throw concurrent modification exception. Got some idea? Right. As a programmer, you should not accept the just rules. Next method should not call after add method call. If you call, it will throw exception. How it will throw exception? When I join in the company, I have to write the logic for this kind of scenarios. If I don't understand in Java, how can I implement this? So just by hearting as a learner is not good. You have to understand how the implementation is given by Sun Micro system also. That is where you have to dig the source code. No one will help you to sit backside and then start, dig the code. No one will say. You should get the interest and dig the code and understand. Clear my point? So tell me, can I call iterator object next method after calling add or remove method on collection? No. If we try to call, we will get exception, concurrent modification, exception. Arey bhaiya, try to answer. I'm commenting this, okay? And I'm calling here itr.remove method. I call remove method of remove method on collection or remove method on iterator. You cannot call remove method on collection object. If you call remove method on collection object, then we will get what? Concurrent modification, exception. I am not calling remove method by using collection, but I am calling remove method by using iterator and then call next method. Will you get any exception now? No. This is not concurrent modification. This is what? Sequential modification. So element is removed, next element I am getting. So this is a very important point. Now I am creating one array list object here and obtain iterator object on this iterator of object it equal to al dot iterator. Tell me, this is empty collection. And tell me, it is a empty collection, right? On the empty collection, can obtain iterator object? Yes, sir. We can obtain iterator. Then this cursor is what? Just pointing to that empty collection. Now down I am trying to call it dot has next. Any exception? Come on. No, has next method looking into iterator pointing collection. If element available returns true, if not returns false. What you'll get now? False, because element is not available. Can I call the next method? Next method? No. Next method if you call on empty collection, it is a compiler throw error. Okay, now we'll get no such a element exception. That is the rule number 1. We cannot call next element or next method on empty location or empty collection. We'll get no such element exception. That's the rule number 1. Rule number 2. When you modify after iterator object obtaining, if you modify collection structurally by using collection class add or remove method, I cannot continue with iterator next method. We will get concurrent modification exception. If you call remove method of iterator, and you can continue because it's considered as sequential, it is considered as concurrent. Next, I'm obtaining iterator object one more time. Iterator of object itr3 equal to al dot al2 dot iterator. Then immediately I'm calling itr3 dot remove. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. If you call remove method immediately after iterator obtaining, means without calling next method, if you call remove method, we'll get illegal state exception. Can I call remove method after next method call? Yes. Now no exception. So what the rule number 3? Rule number 1, we cannot call next element or next method on empty location or empty collection. It leads to no such a element exception. In which package this exception is available? Java.util. It is a util package, not lang package. And concurrent modification is available in lang package, I guess. It is also available in util package. Okay. Java.util. Next, third one. We must call itr dot remove method only after itr dot next call, and that too, how many times? Only one time. Else we will get what? Exception java.lang dot no, okay, illegal state exception. Illegal state exception is belongs to java.lang package. Okay, it's a common exception. Can I expect all 3 points understood? Okay. Now here I want you understand next program. Tester 18 underscore fail fast and fail safe cursors. Fail fast and fail safe. Main method. I'm creating vector object. Vector of object v1 equal to new vector of. Then I'm trying to add objects v1 dot add of say double quote say v1 dot add of a okay. Then I'm obtaining enumeration object. Enumeration of objects e1 equal to v1 dot elements. Tell me, this is legacy collection enumeration or collections framework collection enumeration? It is legacy. It is legacy version, legacy style of enumeration. Now, after obtaining enumeration, I am displaying E1 dot next element. Then first element is displayed A. Okay, let me write here B, C, D. Now I am calling E1 dot add of, but not even V1 dot add of, adding the first object. I'm adding some X. And tell me, here is X added to the collection or not? Yes. Then what is output we are getting? X. Now I am continuing the same iteration enumeration object. After modifying the vector object structurally, now I am continuing E1 dot next element method. Then tell me, what happened? Will you get concurrent modification exception? Yes or no? Na? Come on, will you get concurrent modification exception? Yes or no? Na? Enumeration, na? Enumeration you obtain on what collection? It is a collections framework collection or legacy collection? Legacy collection is synchronized or not? Then will you get fail fast exception? I mean, will you get a concurrent modification exception? No. Look at that B coming. X is stored and we got B. Why? Vector is synchronized. Synchronized collections are, come on, synchronized collections are thread safe. Thread safe collections, concurrent modifications are allowed or not? So what is the point? Enumeration is here fail faster, fail safer. Fail safe. Fail safe means does it throw concurrent modification exception? No. Doesn't throw concurrent modification exception, allows modifications. Okay, enumeration via elements method on vector object is fail safe. Now, can you obtain enumeration object from collections framework style? Object of E2 equal to collections dot enumeration of, what do you write now? V1. Tell me, sir. Now we got enumeration object, legacy implementation or collections framework implementation? Collections framework implementation considering concurrent modification or not considering? Not considering. Then if I am repeating same logic here, same logic I am repeating here with E2. And here I'm writing what? E2. Now all the people guess here what we'll get now the element A. Okay, A you will get. Then V1 dot add of X. X is added or not? Yes. Then here, are you expecting B or are you expecting concurrent modification exception? Concurrent modification exception will come because here the implementation is elements method implementation is what? Legacy implementation, direct implementation is there. Observe now synchronization is there or not? Synchronization is there, thread safety is there. That's why concurrent modification is allowed. If you observe collections dot enumeration bypassing V1, you will get surprised. Observe enumeration internally using what, Rabuje? Iterator. All are catching my point? Is iterator in Java 1.2 version considering thread safety or no thread safety? No thread safety. Observe now, next method is I dot, it is going iteration. I should go to iterator. Inside iterator, here F3 will not work. Anyways, observe here. Do you have any synchronization keyword here? No. So collections framework wise collection is not thread safe. Collections framework collection is non-thread safe. Hence, now we are getting what? Concurrent modification exception. Tell me, enumeration is fail safe on fail safe with the legacy implementation. What the meaning of it? It doesn't throw concurrent modification exception, allows modification. And tell me now, enumeration is fail safe or fail fast? Fail fast. Enumeration is fail fast with legacy implementation or collections framework? Collections framework. Can I take shortcut CF? Collections framework implementation is fail fast. Means it allows or doesn't allow. It throws concurrent modification exception, doesn't allow modifications. Hope you all understand now. Tell me, iterator is by default iterator of object itr equal to either vector wise or array list wise. However you do it, it is concurrent modifications not accepted. By default, iterator is fail fast. So now here I'm calling itr dot next element place I'm calling what? Next. And then here I'm trying to add X. Then now I am calling itr dot next. Try to answer now, we'll get concurrent modification exception. Even though vector is synchronized, but not considering, because collections framework collections are by default considered as what? Non-synchronized. Even though vector is synchronized, but still it is not considering. So tell me, iterator on all types of collections is fail fast. Okay, it is fail fast. Can I expect everyone understand now? Right, either it is a vector or it is an array list or it is a linked list. Everything is fail fast. Observe, we have Java 5 version concurrent collections. Remember, in Java 5 version, we have concurrent collections. Concurrent collection in java.util.concurrent package. Gurtunda? In a last video I asked you to revise. Yesterday also remind you. If you don't remember that video, if you don't understand the points explained in that video, lifelong you will not understand collections. Please go through that video. Java 5 version concurrent collection in java.util package. Iterator is fail safe. What the meaning of it? It accepts, it allows concurrent modifications. Why? These collections are thread safe. Okay, there is a one collection called copy on array list. What is the name of the class? Copy on write array list of object. Okay, AL equal to new copy on array list. AL dot add of double quotes A. Okay, system dot out dot println. Okay, iterator of objects. Okay, itr2 equal to al dot iterator. This is what al copy on array list. Okay, COAL. Copy on write array list. Copy on write array list. Copy on write array list is by default thread safe. So concurrent modifications are allowed. Copy on write array list, and here I am trying to display that element itr2 dot next method. Then what is displayed? A is displayed. Error coming a comment this. Now A is displayed. A is displayed. Everyone understand concurrent modification, fail safe, fail fast? Online students? Do you understand the meaning of it first of all? Now tell me. After obtaining iterator and displaying, I am calling this method one more time by adding what? B. Okay, now I am trying to continue the iterator. Allowed or not allowed? System.out.println inside COWAL, B is stored. Look at that. Did I get any exception? No. I got. Look at that. I got. This is our. Let me also display collection. First collection. Where is this? Original I have what? A. Iterator return that A. Then I have added AB. Then after AB, now I am displaying next method again. Look at there. Right? No such element. Observe here, we got output what? B. But C is available in collection. If you call second time, the throwing exception. Then the newly added object it is not considering. Understand that? The newly added object it is not considering. So the newly added object is what? C. The C is not retrieving. But enumeration will retrieve. Look at here. I have X now. How many elements are available here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Already one element retrieved. Second, third, 4, 5. Look at that, including X we are getting. Enumeration. In enumeration we are getting including new object. But iterator is not retrieving newly added, and it's simply throwing exception. No such element. Anywhere did I mistake? No, no, right? No, right? ITR2 only I called. COWAL only I called. So starting from 0. Observe here. As next method is implemented with what? Cursor less than snap.next. Snap.next is taken from original array. So look at that. What is passing what? Get array. Copy on write iterator. Object is created with what? Get array. This get array returning what? Array. That array is the elements containing array. The elements contain array is returned. That array reference is stored in snapshot. Okay. Yeah, it's correct only. Cursor value currently 0, 1. Yeah, why you are not telling now? First beginning only, why you are telling now? Sampath, that is your mistake. Every time I'm asking, are you understanding or not? You didn't reply. So last minute, if you say I'm rushing, then that is your problem. Okay, na? It's not my problem. Because collection contain lot of coding. The coding maybe you are not practicing. That's why you're feeling I am rushing. Every point completed, I'm asking, are you understanding? Okay, suddenly you wake up now and saying my style changed. My style not changed. Your style is not changed. Okay, let us try to debug it. Let's see what happened. Why we are getting, why. Let's see its implementation. Okay, debugging is nothing but finding the problem. Understand the flow of execution and finding problem is called debugging. So where is this? Now I have got a problem here. I want to understand how this next method is working. Okay, so here I have to click on, double click here, one bullet point is added. This bullet is called what? Breakpoint. Okay, na? Right. How this next method is executing, I want to see internals. For that, I have added breakpoint here. From this breakpoint onwards, I want to pass the program execution, take into my control. So if you want to run your program as a debug mode, right click, then click on not run as, click on what? Debug as Java application. Then the perspective is changed, means the windows are got changed. Switch, click on switch. Okay, na? Here in which thread our logic execution, it will show you. And here, what are the different variables created in your program, it will show. Here down it is showing output, what output is coming. Look at that. At the breakpoint, the program execution passed and showing you in a green color. And observe here at the top, you have some symbols. These are called images or icons, whatever. If you want resume the debugging and program execution, click on this. Okay, you want to stop the debugging, click on this. If you want to go into this method and see what is happening, itr.next, how it is executing, if you want to see, you have to go into. Then you have to click on what? This into, or shortcut is what? F5. Then you want to skip this line and go to next line to execute. Then you have to click on what? Stop over. Stop over is what? F6. So most of the time people are using shortcut only F5 and F6. After joining the company, you see the keyboard F5 and F6. More fingerprints you can see there. F5 more pressing, F5 very going, F6, F5, F6. So when you, if you go to villages, if you observe the well, you will find one mark there. What is that? That container binda, Telugu we call binda. Binda akkada petti akkada arigipodde. Okay. So there is also on the keyboard also you'll see mark of F5. I want to go inside next method to see what is happening. Look at that. What is the object came to the next method? This. This cursor contains what? 0. Cursor position is what? 0. First time now, first element is 0. And snapshot is pointing to object array. That object array contains how many elements? 2 elements. AB. Already we have added AB only in the program now. Then now is it throwing? Now I want to go next line to execute. Or you can go into step into has next method, how it is executing. Control come to has next. In has next, this is nothing but iterator object. Then cursor position what? 0. Snapshot contain what? Array object with 2 allocations. Cursor value is what? 0. Snapshot dot length, what is the value? 2. Okay, if you want to find the value of the variables, move the cursor on top of that variable length. Length variable value is what? 2. Observe now. Here, cursor value 0. 0 less than 2. True. Has next returns what? True. Okay, now then tell me it returns what? True. True means what? Not true means false. Going down. Tell me snapshot of cursor of what the cursor value? Cursor value 0. Snapshot value is what? This one. This 0 value is what? A. A is returned to our program. Okay, now the control is coming. That means next method executed and returns what? A. Then the A is given to println. You want to debug the println internal logic? No. Then you want to stop over. What is displayed now? A. You want to debug add method code? No. I want to stop over. C is added. Okay. Now you want to debug println? No. Stop over. Then what is the element coming? A, B, C. Now I wanted to debug next method. What is happening? Go into next method. Tell me. Now when you call next method, throw new. Okay, has next method returns what? Has next method cursor value is what? 1. And snapshot length is what? 2. Look at that. Snapshot is having 3 elements collection or 2 elements? Did you understand? Snapshot is having 2 elements or 3 elements? In our collection, how many elements are there? 3. But in the iterator, snapshot having what? 2 elements. What is the difference between enumeration and this copy on array list iterator? Enumeration is pointing to the original collection. Understand? Enumeration is pointing to the original collection. Let me show you that. Let me go back to the diagram once. This is our enumeration. And this is our vector collection or array list collection. It is directly pointing to original collection. If I modify elements here, A, B, C, D, X, then it is going to on original collection up to last element retrieving. Understand? If you take copy on array list iterator, it itself is having what? This is our array list. It is contains what? Array. What is happening? Now that copy on array list internal array, one copy is returned to our array list. Now our copy on array list iterator is pointing to original collection? No. It is taken one copy from there. Understand the twist here? Understand twist here? Enumeration or iterator are pointing to original collection. If you modify this collection, that modification is reflecting to enumeration. If enumeration is a fail-safe, the added element is also displaying. Up to last element, it is retrieving, iterating. If you come to copy on array list original collection contain how many elements? A, B. Then now when I call iterator object on this, it is taking this array object one snapshot. That's why the variable name is what? Snapshot. One snapshot and taking the screen, right? So taking the screenshot and these elements are coming on storing. How many elements are there? A, B. Now I call add method. Add method adding elements to where? Copy on array list. Here X is stored. Is it stored in a copy on array list iterator elements? No. Then what happened? It can retrieve only what elements? A and B. The original added elements are not coming. So what is the important point? Iterator on copy on array list is fairly safe, but it will not return the latest modified elements. Everyone understand? Enumeration is fairly safe on element on vector. It returns the original, modified elements. Why it return modified elements? Because it is pointing to original collection. Whereas copy on array list iterator is pointing to original collection. No, it is taking one snapshot and storing. If you observe, let me stop this iteration. And if you go back to your Java perspective, and if you observe here, look at that, there is a constructor and calling by passing what? Argument. Okay, na? Argument. And here we have seen get, where is this? Let me go back to iterator method again. Inside, observe here, constructor calling what? Get array. This get array taking the array copy and passing to this. But if you come to the enumeration, do you have any constructor there? No. Observe here elements method. Do you have any constructor here? No. Is there any argument passing? No. It is directly pointing to what? Element count. Directly pointing to what? Element data. Element data is directly pointing to element data. So original collection, it is pointing. Okay. So this is the point. Okay. If you can understand this entire thing, it's okay. Otherwise, leave it and just observe the point. What? Iterator 2 dot next. It will return only the original element. The already newly added element can return or cannot return? Cannot return. If you try to return, it leads to one. In no such element exception. Are you catching my point? Right. So, Mr. Sampath, the difference between previous chapters and this chapter. Previous chapters I didn't teach internals. This chapter I am teaching internals with the source code. If you one time practice how to understand source code, today you would be connected to my explanation. Okay. So previous chapters, what is there? I have explained. In this chapter, I am explaining what is there. Also, I am explaining internals. The source code I am opening, I am explaining. The source code, if you connect, you will understand. Otherwise, you will not understand. So the mistake is your side or my side? So if you are feeling that you are not understanding, I'll go to my old style. Okay. I'll go to old style like all faculties I will teach. Okay. Let me wait. Okay. First people, all people understand fail safe and fail fast cursors. Fail fast means what? If you try to modify collection concurrently, what happens? If exception thrown, then that cursor is called what? Fail fast. If cursor is not throwing concurrent modification, for concurrent modification, if the cursor is not throwing exception, then the cursor is what? Fail safe. Enumeration with the elements method on vector is fail safe. Next, iterator on vector and all collections framework collection classes are what? Fail fast. Iterator on concurrent API collections fail safe. But condition apply here. Concurrent modifications are allowed, but newly added object it will not return. Clear my point? I have one doubt here. Let me also get clarified. Here, in place of add method, I am calling remove method. If we call remove method, element is removed or not? Can it return? This next method can return B? Can this next method remove of 1? 0, A, already return. Next element is what? B. Okay, I want remove 1. Tell me, itr.next can retrieve element? Job coming B. Why? How the removed element is coming? You remove element inside where? Original collection. But iterator is having one snapshot, no? Then it is removed. Element removed on collection, but retrieving from snapshot. Tell me, this is the TUMRI implementation or not? Really, I didn't verify this much in previous batches. In this batch, suddenly I got a doubt, I went to little depth. That's why Sampath not understand. Yes or no, Sampath? Unnecessary, I went to long depth. Unnecessary nuisance I am talking. So tell me, is the fail-safe implementation of iterator, is it right implementation or wrong implementation? Yeah, why this fellow is... you are not blaming, man. I am blaming myself, man. Why you are not understanding? I am telling you, okay? You are not understanding because I am talking more depth than previous chapters. Okay, na? And I am teaching previous chapters. I talk only chapter. I didn't talk background story. Now I am talking background story in this chapter. That's why you are not understanding. I am telling. I am not blaming you. You are not blaming me. We are discussing. Okay, buddy. All people understand? When I remove element from the cursor, that remove element reflector should come to where now? Iterator. But the reflection is coming no. Why? Because they have taken one snapshot and stored inside cursor. Then anything you do. Tell me. Beautiful topic they have implemented. This is one thread. This is another thread. Sampath, don't listen. This is again multi-threading I am going. You will not understand. And tell me. First thread, is pointing toward copy on right array list. This is cursor. This is a collection object. Okay. Then another thread on this collection object, I obtain what? Copy on array list iterator. Then this object is also pointing to the same object. Come on. Yes, sir. Point is same object as? No. What this copy and array list iterator doing? It is taken one snapshot, na? Another snapshot it is taking, copy. Okay. This cursor taking one copy here and then it is pointing to it. Yes or no? Then tell me, both the threads are executing concurrently. So what is the problem? No problem, na? It is working on its own object. It is working on its own object. Then concurrent modifications are no problem. Inconsistent results will not come. When concurrent modification should not be allowed, if both the threads are working on same object. If you take a previous iterator, yes, that is really working on same object. That's why fail fast implementation is good. Concurrent modification should not allow. But concurrent threads implementation, Tumri implementation, what they're doing, every time they're taking what? Snapshot. Snapshot, they're taking separate object implementation. If interviewer asks a question, how copy on array list cursor is fail safe? Can you explain now? Background, the copy on array list iterator taking separate copy of elements of collection. Collections framework collection iterator doesn't have elements. It is pointing to the same collection. Whereas concurrent collections iterator not pointing to the same collection. It is taking one snapshot. Means iterator contains elements. Now tell me, iterator is now just iterator or collection? Collection. Are you following my point? Old iterators are just cursors, but now concurrent collection iterator is not just a cursor, it is what? Collection. It taking all the elements available in the collection into its memory and iterating over the copied element. Then on original collection, you add more elements or remove elements, doesn't matter. It is working on its local element. Then finally, expected results coming up? No. If people don't know these internals, okay, sorry. Okay, just remember theory. Okay, now, and when you are implementing this one in the project, have that mindset. Okay, after implementing, yes, I removed that element will not come in the iterator. If you feel it will come, such point of okay, now already a person got dead, and you are feeling that okay, in the house the dead body and person is not there. Okay, after tomorrow when you open the door, inside is sitting and smiling. I am here only, Aja, Aja. Okay, Ray Babu. So I don't know why Sun Microsystem implemented this way. I need to do some more R&D. Ray Babu, online students, understood what I'm saying? I already removed the element, but still iterator is returning. Why? Because it is working on snapshot, not on original collection. Okay. Sir, remember it, okay? Remember it, and later in the company while implementation, so try to see whether people are using this or not, okay? So hope you understand fail fast and fail safe cursors. Okay, let me upload this. Okay, first time I am also learning, okay? I never debug this much depth, okay? I didn't write programs this much depth, but today I enjoyed also. I also enjoyed. First, did you guys give your numbers last time?